Hello everybody, welcome to this channel. I'm Payman Ansari. In this tutorial, I'm going to use KNIME to implement decision tree classifier on iris dataset. The iris dataset is a classic dataset used in statistic and machine learning that contains measurements for 150 iris flowers of three different species, Setosa, versicolor, and virginica. Each flower is described by four features: sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width. I put the link to the dataset in the description. Let's bring the dataset first using a node called CSV Reader. Bring the node here, right click and configure it. This is where you need to locate where your dataset is. In my case, it is in desktop. And it is iris data. And this is where you can take a look at the data. For example, in this case, I have 150 rows of data with four features, and the class in this case is the target variable. Click OK and execute it. And in order to build a model, I need to split the data into two subsets, training set and test set. And in order to do that, I use a node called table partitioner. Bring the node here, connect it with this node, and configure it. The partition type, you can choose relative or absolute. I'm going to choose relative and use 70% of the data for training. And the sampling type, you can choose random, stratified, linear, or first rows. I'm going to choose random, and because it is random, I'm going to choose a fixed random set. Click OK and execute it. Next, I'm going to build my decision tree model using decision tree learner. Bring the node here, connect it with the first partition of the data, and configure this one. The important thing here is the target variable, which is the class. The quality measure, you can choose Gini index or gain ratio. I'm going to choose Gini index. You can use pruning method or not. And you can change the other hyperparameter as well. Click OK and execute this node. And in order to calculate the performance of this model on the training set, I use decision tree predictor, which gives me the prediction of this decision tree model on the training set. And as you see, it has two input. One is the model that comes from the decision tree learner, and the data set comes from the first partition of the table partitioner. And basically, it has nothing to configure. And execute it. So now I have the prediction of the model on the training set. The next step is to calculate the performance using a node called scorer. Bring the node here, connect it with decision tree predictor, and configure this. This is a title. You can choose a title for it. The actual column is class. The predicted column is predicted of class. And the sorting strategy is going to be lexical. And I'm not going to change anything here. So click OK and execute and open views. So here is the confusion matrix along with precision and recall, as well as the overall statistics. For example, the overall accuracy is 98.1% on the training set. The next step is to calculate the performance of the model on the test set. So I'm going to, again, apply decision tree on the test set and calculate the prediction of the model on the test data using decision tree predictor. Bring the decision tree predictor here and bring the decision tree learner as the model connected with decision tree predictor, and the data should come from the second partition of the table partitioner node, which is the test data. And again, it doesn't have anything to configure, and simply execute. And I need to bring the scorer to calculate the performance of the model on the test data. Connect these two nodes together and configure this one. Again, we have title, we have actual column and prediction column, and the rest should stay the same as what we had for training set. Then execute and open views. Again, we have confusion matrix along with precision and recall and the overall statistic. And now you see that the overall accuracy is almost 96% on the test data.